Remember the chaos I talked about in my last video? The fandom was imploding, people were furious, and honestly, I thought Glitch had made a massive mistake they couldn't come back from. Turns out, I was wrong. Or at least, partially wrong, because things have changed in a way I didn't expect. If you missed it, here's the short version. Glitch announced that the last act, the finale combining episode 8 and the new hour-long episode 9, would premiere in theaters on June 4th. YouTube wouldn't get it until June 19th, 2 full weeks later. The backlash was immediate. Fans in countries without screenings felt abandoned. People who couldn't afford tickets felt locked out of a show that had always been free. And the spoiler problem? Basically impossible to avoid for 2 entire weeks. I genuinely thought this controversy might overshadow the finale itself. But then something interesting happened. Glitch started responding. And not just with empty promises, they actually did something. We'll get to exactly what in a second. But first, let me set up why this matters so much. The promotional material for episode 9 has been intense. Kane is gone, the circus is falling apart, and the characters are left dealing with their trauma without the AI that was supposedly holding everything together. But here's what caught my attention more than anything. Jax is everywhere in this trailer. Maybe you noticed that too. He appears in dramatic moments that feel way more serious than his usual role. And if you remember what Gooseworks hinted before, his behavior is supposed to get worse. Episode 9 might actually be his breaking point. So there's already a lot riding on this finale emotionally, which is exactly why the theatrical controversy felt so frustrating for a lot of people. Okay, so here's what changed. First, the US screenings, they sold out within hours. That part wasn't surprising since the show has a massive audience there. But what happened next was unexpected. Glitch added more screening dates, not just a few, but extending all the way to June 18th in some locations. And then they started expanding internationally. Australia, New Zealand, and Venezuela got confirmed. Oceania screenings now start on June 5th, which lines up much better with the global release window. And apparently, more countries are currently being planned. Now, here's where I'm genuinely torn. On one hand, this is good. Glitch is clearly listening. They didn't just ignore the criticism and hope it went away. That matters, especially for a show that grew entirely because of community support. But on the other hand, it doesn't fully fix the problem. There are still plenty of countries without any screenings at all. Fans there still have to either go dark on the internet for 2 weeks or accept that the finale will be spoiled for them. I keep thinking about what this means for the fandom long term. This show built itself on accessibility, free YouTube episodes that anyone could watch. And while a theatrical premiere sounds exciting on paper, it does change the relationship between the creators and the audience in a way that feels a little uncomfortable to me. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I honestly don't know. But there's something else I haven't mentioned yet. Something about the timing of all this that I find really interesting. The way Glitch rolled out these updates wasn't random. They announced the original theatrical plan, waited for the reaction, and then responded with expansions. It almost feels like they expected the backlash and had solutions ready. Or maybe they genuinely scrambled to fix it. I can't tell which one is true. Either way, the narrative around the last act has completely shifted. What started as the trailer that sparked the war is now becoming a story about damage control and whether it actually worked. So here's my question. After all of this, do you actually feel better about the theatrical release, or does the damage feel done already? I'm curious where you landed on this one, so drop a comment and let me know. If you want to stay updated on everything happening with the amazing digital circus as we get closer to June, subscribing means you won't miss the breakdowns. Thanks for watching.